This video is a reminder about how to do the graphing for the Beers Law Lab. So if you take a look at the data we have here, remember you can use an equation to calculate your log of transmittance. Log is just a mathematical operation. You put an equal sign to begin your calculation. And then if you start typing log, it'll give you some options. We want log base 10, so I'm actually going to click on that, and that'll put the correct coding in for us. And then you just click the cell that you want it to take the log of. I want it the log of transmittance, so that's this cell here, and it shows you, and it gives you the answer, just so you can double check. I'll hit enter. And then it will do a suggested autofill. You can hit the check box to do that. If for some reason that doesn't work, or you forget, you can just come up and grab this box in the lower right hand corner and then click and drag it down, and it will do the same thing. And then for negative log transmittance, I'm going to hit equals, and I'm going to start typing log again. Actually, you know what? There's an easier way to do this. I just want the negative of the log of transmittance. So the negative of this column will give me my answer, and I can autofill that. And there's our columns. Now, we want to graph concentration versus these four things and do regression analysis to see which one best describes the data. The best straight line is the one we want to use for our reference graph. So I'm going to copy concentration, and I can just paste it here. And then I'm going to copy percent transmittance and paste it here. You don't actually have to do it. Another way you could do it would be to highlight one column and then press Control and highlight your second column and then go do your chart from there. I like this because when I go back and look at my chart, I have the data right next to it, so I can tell what I did. So I highlight both columns of data, and I'm going to hit the chart button. Hit the chart button. Okay. And so here's the graph. We can kind of move that out of the way so it's not covering our data. And then over here, there's a lot of things we can do. It already suggested a scatter. That's lovely. And so we're going to customize it. And so if we go to customize, the place you want to be is series. And I want to show a trend line. So that's the regression line, the mathematically determined equation that puts the equation of the line that best fits these data points using least squares curve fit. We want to show the r squared value, which is the correlation value. The closer that value is to 1 or -1, the better the equation fits the data. And we actually want to show the equation because whichever one of these is correct, we're going to end up using that equation to calculate our concentration for the Gatorade. So under label, we're just going to ask it to label it with the equation. So there's your y equals ax plus b equation and your r squared value. Now you're going to do this same thing with all of your other stuff. Now in Sheets, if you want to edit stuff, really, you can just kind of right-click different places, and it will let you format and all that kind of stuff. If you just want to change the title, you can do that as well. Okay, so if I was going to do that same thing again, I could take my concentration and copy it. You can use the shortcuts. I'm using the mouse so that it brings up on the screen what I'm actually doing. I don't need to do that. I can just do this. And then let's do log transmittance. And so here, this usually means there's not enough space to show what's going on, or the calculation is wrong. Oh, since I'm copying cells that have a calculation in them, I actually need to go over here and do copy. And then I want to do paste special. I just want to paste the values. If I paste the formula, it's going to apply the formula to an empty cell and give me the wrong numbers. So I just want to paste the values. And so here I can do my other chart again, and we'll make sure it's a scatter, and then we can do all the same stuff over again. Go to customize, go to series, trend line, r squared, and make the label the equation. You can see this one has a much better R value, close to 0.996, so that's a much better fit. You see all the points are closer to the line. And so really the only thing here is that this is a negative correlation, so if we do negative log transmittance, that will give us a positive slope. That's the one that we're probably going to